So let's just look now and to see. Let's just look at some of the principles of what is necessary in order to achieve. What are some of the principles in life? Well, there are what is known as laws of success. I didn't dream these up. I'm not clever enough. I've learned from others cleverer than me. And one of the laws says, it's desire, not ability, that determines our success. It's desire, not ability, that determines our success. You see, I was brought up to thinking that success was all about ability, because my parents believed that, my teachers believed that, bless them. But they'd all got it wrong. That's not right. They got it totally, totally wrong. Success is not about ability. It's about desire. I've seen examples of youngsters leaving school. Sometimes they're even called dropouts or failures, so they don't do very well. They fail exams and they leave, and then they might get a job or two, and they get on an youth employment program, and sometimes they find a job or a career they really want. But it means they need an exam, and sometimes even the exams that they previously failed. But they want this job so badly, so they go back and retake an exam that previously they failed. And this time they pass and get a good result. Had their ability changed, or their desire had changed? The desire had changed, ladies and gentlemen, not the ability. That's the power of the brain that we've all got. So exciting. Let me give you another example. Would you all imagine you've joined me in my sales team? Mobile phone. Can anybody lend me a mobile phone for a second or two? Brilliant. Okay, let's imagine you've joined me in my sales team. We're all going to go out selling mobile telephones. We're going to sell this mobile phone for about £35, which is pretty good value for this particular one. But anyhow, of course, they've probably got one of the best ones on the market. Anyhow, we're going to sell this for about £35 each, and good value for money. Each one that you sell, you'll get £10 commission. Is there anybody here who could sell 300 of these during the next 3 months? Thank you. 1, 2, 3 people, 4 people, 5, 6, 7, 8. That didn't work very well. That was a bit of a flop. So let me try this on you. Would you imagine in my hand right now, I've got a banker's draft. Your name is on this check. Bank draft is as good as cash. Your name is on this check. The sum of money on this check is for £25,000. For each one of you that could sell 300 of these during the next 3 months, here's a check for £25,000. Can I see how many could sell 300 now, please? Oh, virtually the whole audience here. The first time round, when I said £10 a time, sell 300, apart from the 5 or 6 people who said yes, they could do it, everybody else, may I suggest, will say, yeah, I'll have a go. But who do I sell them to? The market's saturated. I can't sell them. Who do I sell them to? Grandma, Auntie Mabel, Market Street store? Forget it. No chance. Second time, when I said £25,000, none of you thought, how you do it? You sell them. 1 or 2 of you worked out you could buy the lot yourself, didn't you? Oh, we could be so clever at this, really. But if you think about this, supposing I say to you, you can't. Okay, £35, they're good value for money, but you can't cheat. You can't buy them yourself. But if for every one you sell, for 100 a month, that's all I'm asking you to do, 100 a month, for 3 months' work, that's only 3 months out of the whole of your life, you do 100 a month, sell these, you can't cheat, you can only sell one at a time, but if you can do that, I will give you £100,000. Do you reckon you could sell 100 a month of these for 3 months for £100,000? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that truly, utterly amazing? Because you know what I've just done? I've proved to every one of you, you've got the kit, you've got the equipment to achieve whatever it is you really want to achieve. Do you know the day I learned that? It changed everything. Because with that knowledge, if you really, really want to, you can, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm not saying you've got to be millionaires. I'm not saying just go for 100,000 pins. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying you've got the kit. You've got the brain. You've just seen it work. If you really want to, you can. It just depends how strongly or badly you want to. Now, that is so exciting. If you think about that. You could say, well, that's all very well, Richard, but I can understand that. But how do I get this thing called desire? How do you get that? I'll say very simply, you get desire by having goals and purpose. So few people have goals in their life. So few people have purpose. It's amazing how many people wake up in the morning and their first reaction is one of surprise. They're surprised they survived the night. Oh, Lord, there's another day. Well, I'd better use it up because these things keep coming at me. And it's on this basis they go through life. No real purpose. It's so important. Well, have purpose. Okay, well, you might say, well, that's not really true. Some people do have goals. They do goal setting on a Saturday evening. They do goal setting on a Wednesday evening, just 5 minutes before the lottery results come up. They do. And this is a conversation in some homes and houses. They get the coupon out. And they get the telly on and they wait. And just before the results come up, it's a bit like this. It's supposing. Supposing we were to win. And we were to win 7 million. We don't need all that, do we? No, but 1 million would be quite nice. And if we won 1 million, what we do with it? Well, if we won 1 million, we would we'd buy a new house. We'd buy a new car. We'd have the holiday of a lifetime. And of course, I give quite a bit to charity. I better say that because that might increase my chances. And then they get the results. I got 2 this week better than last week. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me stress to you, I got nothing against the lottery. It's a bit of fun, but I wouldn't depend 1 second of my future or my family's future on the lottery. Not 1 second. Why? Because the odds are lousy. If we're honest, they aren't very good odds. 50 million to 1. But do you know what the odds are when you have a goal? What do I mean by a goal? Let's take some examples. How about a goal at work? 1 new client a week. Will that be a fair goal, or is it too ridiculous? Too low.